There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharply to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to...
Good evening, Reds all around the world, and welcome to Mental United and MUFC Realist TV, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And how do you feel to be a Manchester United fan today? This podcast is made by a fan for the fans, meaning allowing you to be you, no matter where you are, match-going fan. You're sitting in Asia, Europe, Russia, whatever. We are Manchester United fans wearing the same badge. You know what I mean? So tonight is all about you. You drive the content. It's what we do here on this channel. We value your opinions. We allow you to be you. So tonight will be a call-in show. We want to hear from you, but I have some guidelines, of course. We got to set the principles in terms of what are we going to discuss today. In tonight's topic, we are going to talk about, does Rashford deserve the criticism or is it abuse? I don't know. I'll let you decide as well. And also, point number 2, Ten Hag fights back, banning more journalism. Did he do the right thing? We're going to talk about that as well, but also a massive win. I mean, we're talking about Manchester United Supporter Trust and the Fan Forum against the Glazers reaching an agreement to scrap the barbaric 17/19 minimum usage policy for season tickets holder. We say football. And finally, of course, we're going to play Burnley tomorrow. So we're going to round up this stream with a little bit of a match preview. Who is the starting 11? What is going to be the score prediction? And of course, you will help us to pick the team. Guys, sit back and relax. You know what to do. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. And also hit that notification button, bell button, so you never miss a stream. Let's kick on the show. So, starting with guest number 1, it is the one and only Bilal Yogi from Full Time Reds. Good evening, Friday evening, Bilal. How are you doing? TGIF. You are on mute, my friend. Unmute yourself, or what's going on there? Hello. Major Tom to Bilal Yogi. Can you hear us? Oh, there's something wrong with your audio. There's something wrong with Bilal's audio. Tap that one. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now, Bilal.
Apologies.
No worries. It's Friday. It's chill. How you doing, Bilal?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me on. Looking forward to the show.
No worries, amigo partner. How you been? How do we summarize the world of Manchester United this week?
Chaos FC.
Chaos FC.
Or should we say social media FC?
Social media FC. Like Rashford never reads his social media tweets. He does, apparently. He does.
Yeah, of course.
Look, there's a lot of things to talk about, Bilal, today. And of course, this is about you fans as well. So I just want to ask you, Bilal, since this is a calling show, there's so much things to unpack today. We're playing a game of football tomorrow, Burnley. That means that Vincent Kompany is rocking up to town with Burnley, his team. Ten Hag had his press conference. He fought back. He banned some journalists. Let's start with that topic. Basically, Simon Stone was not allowed to come in there from his last question from being called embarrassing. I covered the Ten Hag's press conference, and I must say it was the best conference that I ever covered, not ever since he came on board. It was very balanced. They asked the right questions. They asked what the problem is, and he gave them the answer. I don't know. Did you watch the Ten Hag's press conference?
Yeah, I came across it, and it was a good press conference. If you remember, Mick, on your previous shows that I have done with you, I have said that he should have been harder on the press and the officials a lot sooner. When the season started and the press went for him, and the officials, when we were not getting penalty decisions, they should have done this a lot sooner and been a lot more stronger. I felt he's left it slightly too late, but
Yes.
you know what? He still made his point, which was something that needed to be done.
Yep. 100%. Listen, this channel is all about the community. So I just read the comment section from the presser, and this comes from Richie Clubsport, who wrote something brilliant. You can quote. I'm going to quote what he said. Richie Clubsport, if you're watching, big up for providing your feedback. He said basically, in quote, Ten Hag taking more stick than Rashford and comes out fighting. Clearly a different mentality.
100%. You know, it's a sink or swim type of situations. These are either you rise above it, and at this point, I know the person I'm going to refer to has made mistakes, but he has shown he is rising above it, and that's Harry Maguire, who's taken a lot more stick than
100%.
Rashford. He made some mistakes, but he's rising to the top now. He's been phenomenal for the past 6 months or so. Ten Hag has come to the forefront fighting, and that's a Manchester United attitude you need to have.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the manager coming out fighting the press. Sir Alex used to do that a lot as well, right? But,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a journalist. I'm an independent journalist. So I do practice freedom of speech and freedom of thought. But when you are privileged, not many are, like, you know, when you're part of the press corps inviting for, you know, to take part of the press conference, I would die to get an invitation to ask proper questions. Now, when you actually are only after scandalous headlines, instead of asking about the proper questions, like, you know, how are you going to line up against Burnley? You know, what is the team situation? What is the tactics? What is the problem? Like it happened today. Then I think that you don't deserve to be in that press conference. Honest to God, like, you know, this is what I feel. And I think that fans deserve a proper press conference that we heard today.
Absolutely, and it's also very important that fans get a press conferences that the press are asking questions that the fans want answers for. For example, why are we doing this? Why is the midfield open? X, Y, Z. That's how it should be. And you know, these things can get spicy. You know, I've seen managers get on the back foot, and it's all good. But you have to the press is the job of the journalist, Mick, just to finish on my point, is to report the truth and facts.
100%. I'm old school, so for me, it's all about, you know, presenting two sides of the story. Like, you know, not going one-sided, you know, because that's so easy. Like on social media, a lot of people call them stenographers. Like it's so easy, lazy. Like, you know, you're only after the click articles. And at the end of the day, most of them sitting there are not really Manchester United supporters. They represent BBC. They're not Manchester United supporter. I don't think that Simon Stone is a, you know, Manchester United supporter. The ones that you see in the press conference, you know, fair and square, like, you know, we're talking about Andy Midden. He's diehard red through and through, asking proper questions, right? And this is what I respect, right? But at the end of the day, like, you know, it is what it is. And I think my personal feeling is that he did the right thing. You know, enough is enough, basically. You've been after me, and I seen this playbook happening 18-month cycle. You've done it with previous managers. You lift the manager up, and then you decide that 18 months down the track, we're going to change the narrative so we can sack another manager and write more stories about it. I mean, this is disgraceful, according to my opinion.
This is probably more abuse than bloody Rashford got, according to him. But I remember people were going on about his appearance when he started, how the suits he wore. It was ridiculous. You know, I'm just looking at Ashid Mia's comment.
Yes.
There. Yeah, he's actually got a valid point. He actually needs to. It's all good coming out of fighting, but he needs to focus on performing on the pitch. And that I'm sure we're going to cover this, but
yes, we do.
I think it's a bit too late, in my opinion, with like 3-4 games to go to suddenly start coming up. This should have been done at the start of the season so they knew where they stood, not when your head's on the chopping board and, the walls are caving in. He should have come out fighting a lot sooner, but respect for coming out and standing his ground.
Yeah. First and foremost, thank you, Bilal. We had an opening statement here for 10 minutes. Now, you know what we do here on this channel. We got to shout everyone that's tuning in and pay us respect, basically. So, Box, welcome to the family, Box. All deflection from a very poor season. Depends on what you mean. Job done, what Box is saying. Big up Abdullah Sultan Mohammed. No, it's not abuse. No players above our beloved club, Manchester United, not even Rashford. Comments? Nailed it.
Right. So we need to understand the difference. There's a fine line between criticism, constructive criticism, and abuse. Right. When you are first, you've got like, let's just for 1 second view it from Rashford's point of view that he says he's getting abused. Rashford should ask himself, why is he getting abused? He wasn't getting abused last year, according to him, but he's getting abused this year. But Rashford, why are you getting abused then if you are getting abused?
Good question, Grasshopper.
Yeah, because you're not getting abused, you're getting criticized from what I have seen. I haven't seen every message he has received, but the general criticism you have received online and in grounds is your body language stinks, you do not track back, you do not offer anything to the team, and the most important thing why you're getting extra criticism this year is you're one of the highest paid players and senior players at the club, and the club's not doing well. And then you went on the piss up in Dublin, which wasn't very good either. So that's why you are getting constructive criticism that I have seen.
Yes. And the thing is, what most fans are also irritated about, that he got away with murder, right? If there was a Sir Alex Ferguson, he would be abolished, right? If you look at the fair treatment, like, Jadon Sancho did a stinker, like, against the manager, spoke against the manager, fell out with the teammates, and what happened? He got banned for 4 months, not even training with the first team, right? Even changing with the under-18s and training with the under-18s. Rashford, on the other hand, as you said, the Belfast baby, goes to Belfast on a private chartered plane paid by United, decides not to rock up for training, rocks up with his brother, Dwayne Menard, on a training, having a crisis meeting with John Murta and Ten Hag, right? Gets strong-armed. Either it's something in this contract to say that you have to play him, somebody above him is saying that you have to start him. He's our most valuable asset. But, however, he gets slapped with a 2 weeks wage fine, and then he's back scoring goal against Wolves, and everything is forgotten. But the problem is, other players look at that incident and say, wow, that's player power. If he can do it, what kind of example do you set as a senior player to the youngsters like Garnacho that you see in, okay, if he can get away with, maybe I can do a tweet like that too. Amad Diallo, example. So that is the problem, right? But I look at from a two perspectives. It's Rashford, the footballer, and Rashford, the brand, right? Which one is going to be? You got to look yourself in the mirror, and who are you surrounding yourself? Who is advising you, Bilal, right? If it is your PR team saying you should come out with a tweet, read the bloody room. It's more of brand asset protection.
This is the second statement he's done. Well, he did the Players Tribunal one, if you remember, right?
Yep.
And this is the second one he's done now. And I don't understand what he's doing. The thing is, you're being criticized for how you perform on the pitch. If you were performing on the pitch, right? David Beckham performed week in, week on the pitch. What he did off the pitch, no one really, the club really didn't care about because he was performing on the pitch. The problem here with Rashford is he is the highest paid player at the club, or one off. He has got no excuse where he can't say, I'm not getting game time, I need a run of games. He plays every game, more or less, right? He's got a run of games. He is basically not up to the mark, and he cannot handle the pressure. It's pretty straightforward that this is the situation.
Interesting.
Because you have to think, why are you okay? The world's against me, but why? Because what you look at what Marco van Basten said. Van Basten, in his interview, if you've seen it, Mick, on a Dutch television, he goes, this guy doesn't offer anything to the team going one way or the other. And if Marco van Basten is saying that, for the younger viewers, this guy's one of the GOATs of the game.
Okay.
You've got some serious problems.
Point is what you said earlier, which I want to backtrack to. If you're Marcus Rashford looking yourself in the mirror, as what you said, you've been criticized by the media. You've been criticized called out by Roy Keane, Talk Sports, every single fan base. And apparently you don't respond that, why am I being criticized? Well, hang on a second. You scored 30 goals last season. Nobody was criticizing you. That tells me that we fans are reactionary on what you do on the pitch. But when you undermine the club and your teammates and going on a piss out and doing like this and getting a bumper contract, of course you're going to get some stick. You know what I mean? But it's not abuse. Apparently, there was a clip by Mark Goldbridge. You can say what you want about Mark, but anyway, he said basically that the abuse has nothing to do with the media or fans calling him out for weeks, but it has to do with tweets that calling him Trashford or pretend to be injured. And I'm thinking, well, didn't Rashford say that he doesn't care about social media and that he doesn't read social media?
Mick, it's part of the game. You're on social media. People are going to tweet you and give you shit, right? People do call him Trashford. People used to call Maguire big head and all sorts of brick head and fridge head, and at the end
we
of the
call
day,
it slum head, but it's kind of like what? Because
But
he's got he's got a good head.
Right, yeah. Players have always got, at the end of the day, Maguire got his head down and he's performing to the best of his ability. I saw a comment there where somebody said he's not good enough. I agree, but he's trying his best and he's stepping up when people are injured. So you've got to give respect where it's due.
Yeah. I'm instantly thinking of that song with, you try your best, but you don't succeed. Lights will guide you home. Coldplay, right?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
It's a brilliant lyric, and that is kind of what you can do. And that is, when you talk about Harry Maguire, yes, he got criticized. Yes, he got booed. But, he said to himself, I'm going to prove to everyone that I can do it on the pitch. So surprisingly, surprise, this season, he's been a monster. Right?
Mick, absolutely. He's been a monster. Also, yeah, he makes mistakes. He's probably not good enough. But you cannot knock somebody for trying, and in a time of need, him stepping up whilst he's injured, playing for us week in, week out, and he's trying his best, right? He plays in a difficult position where his partners are constantly changing as well. Rashford, as a senior player, as a senior pro who wanted 350 grand a week, he thought, I'm worth it. You now have to earn it and step up, because once you're in the big bucks and you're a senior player, the heat's going to be on you. Yeah? Now you have to start to perform.
100%. Look, just want to, put this to the stage, and this is from Strader News. This is from the Independent. Sorry, not Strader News. But Marcus Rashford hits out on a month on abuse, saying enough is enough. That's it, right? But I just think that, that's just a statement at the end of the day. That's just a statement.
If you can't, just sorry to cut off, if you can't handle the abuse, go off social media. And if you still can't handle the abuse, listen to what the fans are saying. Run, track back, try your best, put a tackle in, help drive the team. That's all we're asking for. We're not asking you to bloody be Ronaldo game in, game out. Are we always saying is just give it, to help us through this. Show a positive attitude. We're not asking for much. We're not saying you can do a hat-trick every game.
Yeah. Now, 100%. Now, obviously, we've spoken about, Talk Sports. You can say what you want about Talk Sport. We have, 100%. Now, Simon Jordan, you can say what you want. And Strategy News, big up Strategy News for providing this article as well. If you're listening, guys, thank you so much. But Simon Jordan defends Eric Ten Hag's decision to ban certain newspapers. And you've seen this clip, right? I don't know if we're allowed to play it, but this is coming straight from Strategy News, our friends. And I think, in a way, that Bilal, the tide is turning. Like, where people are, praising Ten Hag to say, well done. You actually been giving a lot of stick, and you come out swinging, and you prove it. Basically, you prove it by words and prove it by action on the pitch. And this is what I want to sort of come down to at the end of the day. Now, there is a viral clip going on from our friend and channel, like, Adam from Forever United TV, with the legendary Bubs. It's a legendary, match-going fan. She's about 70 plus, but she's been seeing United for years. And if you don't mind, I can play this clip, Bilal.
Yeah, sure.
Because for me, this summarizes everything in one word about Ten Hag and Rashford.
Wasn't playing, I thought, yeah!
Big question, Babs. Is there a future for our man Eric Ten Hag?
And I'm going to disagree with you here. I'm awfully sorry.
Go for it. Go for it.
I honestly feel that poor man, I know he's well paid. You can't put all the blame on him. You just can't. This team has been unmanageable with players that are overpaid, overrated, lazy, arrogant, you name the adjective, and they've been it.
So you're telling me that Ten Hag is being told to play Marcus Rashford then? Because you cannot say that he has been informed.
I don't know what's happening there. Nobody does, do they? It might be favouritism, it might be this contract. We don't know why. We all know it's wrong.
Well, he started every single game since international break, apart from this one. This is the only one we've won.
Well, the thing is, he reckoned he was injured, and he wasn't injured, was he? He wasn't. That's disgusting for a professional player to do that, to pretend he's injured. Even the physios didn't go to him. Did you notice that? They knew he was playing a game.
The physios didn't go to him. Usually, when somebody goes down injured, the physios go straight to the player. Was that a hearsay, or was it something? You're smiling a bit. I mean, this woman speaks with heart. At the end of the day, match-going fans, a legacy fan that goes week in and week out. She's been through Sir Alex Ferguson. She's been through all the managers. I mean, for me, that was such a great clip that summarized everything. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think, look, whether the physios were going to go to him or not, I'm not sure, right? We can just work off facts. And the facts are he's been shit for this season. He's played every game. He doesn't look like he's going to play. I think what Ten Hag has tried to do is actually try to play him into form. I think that's what he's tried to do. He's tried to play him into form, and it's not worked. And the thing is, what he's probably realizing is that this guy, when the pressure's on you, he cannot handle the heat. And hence, but the pressure is going to be on him because of the amount of money he is on, and because he is a senior player at the club. Just like Liverpool have now got pressure on Mohamed Salah, the fans are turning. Nunes, they're putting pressure on every top club. This happens. Every top club, this happens, right? He, in my opinion, is a decent to good player, probably at the similar level to Wilfred Zaha. And he should go and play in a similar league like that, where where it's not that much pressure on him.
Okay, so now flip it around. We got asked, what is wrong, Rashford? I think only Rashford knows the answer. That's the thing. I am not here to slag anyone. No, listen to me. I'm not here to slag anyone. There is a good player in him, but clearly you can see the body language. You can see that he's not engaged. He's not, even when he's playing, he doesn't even pass the ball to his teammates. He doesn't look engaged. So for me, I agree with the majority of the fan base, because I've been listening to fans. I've been, seeing tweets. I've been reading social media. A majority is turning, because what is Manchester United about? You play for the badge. You play for the team. As soon as you put that shirt on, it's like being a gladiator walking into Colosseum. People are there to be entertained, right? If you're not all of a sudden being performed, they're going to turn on you for the right reason, because you're not performing. And Ten Hag said into today's press conference, by the way, we have to back him. We have to support him. But Ten Hag, we have been supporting him. We've been backing him all season. But when he goes to the fans and does this, this, and all the statements. That's where you are turning against the fans.
Mick, I'm going to slightly disagree with you here, and I'll explain to you why. I don't actually. What you're seeing now is his level, right? I don't think he gets any better than this. The difference between last season and this season is his game has not evolved. Teams have figured out how to play him, how not to give space in behind, keep him, don't let him cut in onto his favorite foot.
They figure
And-
out, yes.
Right? And that's the problem you've got. I actually think this is his level, and he would be much better suited to go to a league like Germany or France, where they leave a lot of space in behind for him to run into. He's not suited to the Premier League anymore. He's not suited to Spain, and he's not suited to Italy. This is his level.
That's very valid point, actually, my friend, because yes, if you analyze the game, every time as I called it, like it's like you're playing, FIFA on career mode or something on Xbox, and you play R2 button, similar like that. Same thing. He's been found out. As soon as he tries to cut in, he's got a wall of 3 people. They know what he's going to do, and he doesn't pass. He shoots, and he doesn't cross the ball. But he has the ability to put in a good cross, only if he wants to. But I think he wants to sort of prove to himself and to the fans that I can be the star boy. Now, last season, in a way, he was the star boy. He was the favorite. I can understand. Similar, like, arguably to say, like Anthony Martial was as well. As soon as we recruited in a new striker, he soaked and dropped his levels. Now, this year we got Højlund in. And it's not, there's something wrong, right?
Mick, if you just to give you an example of what I'm saying, another player that's having a similar problem to this is Martinelli at Arsenal. Martinelli at Arsenal has had a terrible season, and it's a similar issue where teams have figured him out from last year, and he's got nothing else to his game. The problem Rashford has got is he wants to cut in and have a shot. Teams have figured that out, and they keep him wide, and they show him the line. Rashford's game is not involved, and I think he's just naturally got to a situation where he's reached his maximum at this level, right?
Yeah.
He can't play any other position. Unless he really changes his game, which I can't see him doing. I was looking at one of the comments there.
Okay, can you tell me which one? I'm pulling up
I
Ashid.
forgot the person's name is Alin Tenu, I think it is.
Oh, Alien Teno. Big up Alien.
They were saying that we won't be able to sell it because of his wages. I think it might be further back. I missed it then. I was just having a read of it. Is one of them.
We just go with the comment. Stephen Wafer is here. He's getting paid enough to take some criticism and doesn't deserve his big wages because he's not pulling his weight. The last 2 seasons, he needs to go. And this is the thing. I think fans are turning like to say, what are you doing? And the thing is, the old regime gave him this 4-year contract, before they got sacked. And what they managed to negotiate in this contract is beyond me, because it must be a statement to say that you have to start him, otherwise we will penalize you, right? You have to start minimum 35 games. You cannot be benched. There must be something in the contract, because why I'm saying so, when his agent and a brother walked into Carrington after the piss up in Belfast, he got away with murder. So basically they pointed to the contract that you have to play him.
Yeah,
there's no other explanation. And same with the Babs is saying here in that video as well, to say must be something in the contract.
Yeah, there must be. There's something going on. But the solution to this is, because the comment I was referring to, what they were saying was he's on too much of a high wage to sell. This is actually incorrect, because if Rashford and United agree that he should go, Rashford can make a compromise on the wages he takes from the next club to get a move through. So, if he really wants to leave, he can make this happen very easily. So this concept of he's on too much money, he won't leave, he will leave if he feels like he wants to leave. And if the club tell him you're not going to play. And if a club says, look, PSG, we keep saying PSG, but we're just for argument's sake, PSG say, we'll give you,
yes.
Yeah, 200 grand a week, and I think he'll take it because he can't cut it, mate. If you look at Saka, right? Let's just look at Saka.
Yeah, let's talk about Saka then.
Winger, right? But Gerard Bowen's another one at West Ham. If you look at Saka's game keeps evolving because look at his dribble style, look how he's coming in, staying out. So he's evolving his game. Rashford's game has not evolved.
Yeah. This is the comment you were looking for. His wage makes him almost unsellable, right? From Pig Ricer. Yeah, no, the thing is that they are apparently now willing to listen for bids for 60 million and upwards to compensate his wages. That's the thing, right? Because even if it's not a loss, it's actually a pure profit if they get 60 million because he's an own academy product, homegrown talent. So that goes straight into the plus signs and profit on FFP. The question is,
look, he's an international brand. He's a Champions League proven player when he was on form. He's well known abroad. I think somebody like PSG will take him. Somebody else could have a look at him as well. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody like Chelsea have a look at him, really, if they can. And I think 50-60 is a fair deal.
Yeah, but there's always a big but here. All right? The but is the agent and the player hold the power. You cannot force him out of the club. They can say, no, we signed a 4 years contract. We're going to stay at United. And they have the right to do so. So it comes down to, what do you want, Marcus, right? Do you want to fight? Do you want to prove the fans wrong? Turn it around? Sure, we can give you a chance. That's it. But all we care about as fans is your performance on the pitch. Nothing about abuse. So, prove it on the pitch.
Mick, I don't think he can take the heat. If he was here, because the arguments that were presented when Mourinho was here that Mourinho doesn't give him enough games, plays him in the wrong position, X, Y, Z. The fan, he's run out of excuses. The heat will be too much for him next year, in my opinion. And he is struggling now for his own benefit as a human being.
Yeah, but if it's carrying a knock and wants to get into the Euros, I would say that if you're playing through the pain barrier, take a break. Don't go to the Euros. Recover properly. Take your summer off. Get your mental health ready. Big up Jarvis Cocker, one of our co-hosts as well, saying Rashford is one of those players who believe it's the club paying his wages without considering that it is us fans who provide the club revenue and put money in his pocket. Wow. Big statement.
It's a big statement. And he's right at the end of the day. He's got no sense. And Mick, he's not cut out for this level. He's just not. He's nowhere near cut out for this level. He's hot and cold. Like, he might turn it on one game, go off one game. We need players that are consistently performing to get to the top. And he's just not that.
It's like I did the Ten Hag presser, and I said, it's like we are playing with 10 men all the time. Because Ten Hag called it out in the presser. They asked him, what is the problem? It's the out of possession, he said. First and foremost, it's our defense that's been inconsistent, but it's also the forward line that's not pressing. They're not tracking back. So in a way, it was him calling it out. He was asked a question about Rashford, and he of course, Ten Hag's not going to throw him under the bus. So he said, he's a good player. Of course, he scored 30 goals, but this season, and this is when it gets interesting, he got strong arm to say that, we have to back him, we have to support him. And everyone's like, well, we have done that. But how long is a piece of string?
Yeah, it's Mick. The thing is, he's. I have seen so many games this season where he doesn't go for 50-50 balls. He doesn't add anything to the team. And I think when fans that are going to the game start turning on you, you have a big, big problem. And that's what you saw at the FA Cup at Wembley, where fans turned on him. He's going to have a serious problem. And whoever's advising him should be saying, we need to do whatever we can to leave the club and go and start and look elsewhere.
Look, that's a valid point. Me that's worked as an intermediate, in the market for 8 years, you as an agent, you advise your player best interest, right? Club don't take care of individuals. Club take care of a whole squad. That's the thing. But it's the agent advises you, your PR. So you got to look around who is doing your PR. What are they telling you? What are they whispering in your ear? And legally, football has changed. Money talks. At the end of the day, this is what I started. Rashford a football player or Rashford the brand? Unfortunately, it's all about the brand, right? Because footballers nowadays, like I'm not taking Rashford now as an example. They earn more money on the brand and sponsorship deals than they're actually getting paid per year. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Right? If you're saying that I don't care about social media, I don't care about clothing or branding, but then yet again you go out and seek sponsorship for clothing and branding to, you know what I mean? So that's a little bit of a hypocrisy here.
Yeah, and Mick, can I just give another example of a player
Sure.
that's evolved? So you should look at Anthony Gordon at Newcastle. Look
Oh,
at his work rate going up and down the pitch. That is somebody I didn't really rate at Everton. I thought he was well overpriced, but I was clearly wrong. Look at his work rate up and
yes,
down the pitch and what he offers. Even if he's not playing well, he's helping his fullback out. He loses in football. If you lose the ball, it's no problem. It's what you do after you lose the
after.
ball to win the
Exactly.
ball. That's what counts more.
Yeah.
And that is where he's just not a good look for him.
That's a valid point, and that kind of adds on to what we see on the pitch with his team. There is no desire to win the ball back. We're not winning the first balls, we're not winning the second balls, and we let that just slide through, right? Okay, I lost the ball high up on the pitch. What I'm going to do? Am I going to run like Anthony Gordon to track back and retract the ball? No. So they let them glide through our midfield, go all the way to the 6-yard line and have a shot. So we've been having way too much shots, because that's what Ten Hag kind of spoken about, because it's the out of possession ball play. We don't offer enough. We should defend as a team and attack as a team, press as a team, but we don't do that because they don't have the capability to do so, or they don't have the, work ethic to do so, to put in the shift. Like you said, Anthony Gordon.
There's a comment there from Manchester 7, which says Marcus will probably suit Serie A. I actually don't think he would suit Serie A, or he wouldn't suit Spain either. He needs to play in a league where there's a lot of space to run into.
Yes,
Which
I mean,
would
this
be,
comes.
and Sancho is. That's why Sancho is doing well in Dortmund. They play high lines in Germany, and he would have the same benefit in France as well. Hence why Mbappe is always just running in. That he needs to go to a league like that where he can run in the space to operate, not tight leagues like this.
Interesting. I did a 15 minutes documentary about what's wrong with Marcus Rashford this season, and I came to a conclusion, like you kind of saying as well. Is he limited? Is he only used to play transition and counter-attacking football? Because the thing he's got in his locker is his pace, and once he's losing his pace, I think he's got found out, right?
Exactly, that's my point. His game's not involved. They figured his game out. So what they figure out is don't let him come in, keep him wide, and show him down the line so he has to cross it. And he hasn't got anything else to his locker.
But another thing that I picked up recently, a behavior in his play, it's like whenever he receives the ball, he stops and he looks up and he holds the ball. He doesn't really attack anymore. And then he passes it backwards. Right, so basically, you kill the momentum, right? A winger, according to my opinion, a proper winger, like, you should always be attacking your fullbacks, full speed. Not like Anthony, for instance. Anthony, he starts the attack and then he pauses and goes backwards. The same thing is what Rashford is doing, but the thing is, he's holding up the ball, looking, where should I pass? And then at the end of the day, it is either take on, loses the ball, or passes it backwards. And that's the problem.
100%. And the thing is, the other issue you've got is because we play with inverted wingers, and Liverpool are having the same problem with Darwin Núñez. Because we play with inverted wingers, they all come into the same space where Rasmus Højlund wants to play, and it kills each other's game, and that is a big problem. So with Rashford, he needs to bring something else to his game where he can go onto the outside or play differently. He's not doing any of that.
Right. Okay, well, at the end of the day, inverted wingers or not, do you think that moving forward we should move away from the inverted wingers and just play classical wingers and start playing fullbacks? Because apparently Jeremy Frimpong is hot on the plate.
Yeah, and he's a full-on winger. I don't know why they keep
He
calling
is
him
a full-on
right
winger.
back. He's not a right. He's a wing back, and
He's a wing back.
basically a winger.
But do you understand why United are seriously looking to sign Frimpong?
Yeah, I
Think
saw a
about it.
great video on this. I forgot the channel's name. I understand why they want to sign him. It's purely because they want to become a possession-based team on the attack, and he gives you something that we don't currently have.
Yeah.
But if we do sign him, Mick, be prepared to get the same problems that Liverpool have with Trent, where Trent can't defend either,
Yeah,
and you just
but-
basically hoping he can just attack and win you the game.
Okay, let me just provide my train of thought, the way I've analyzed it. So if you look what Ten Hag did at Ajax, you always had a fullback that was bombing forward and one on the other side that was more pragmatic, staying back, that could cut in the midfield. You always have ball-playing centre-backs, fast ball-playing centre-backs, so you can play that high line. So if the ball goes over the top, you have pace to recover. Like a look at Spurs, like Mickey van der Veen. He's super fast. Or you look at
Villa do
Kai
it as well.
Walker. What?
Villa do it very well as well with the high line.
Yeah,
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa and Kai Walker, for instance. You
Yeah.
have pacey, good on the ball, play out from the back, and press resistant. So I think that is kind of an indication how you want to play next season, right? Because I think that his system was always to play a high line, to have six on front, pressing the ball, you know what I mean? And then have fast, pacey, like, center backs. But obviously that plan went tits up whenever with all these injuries.
Yeah, I think I'm sure we'll cover it a bit later on, but I think his way of playing probably would suit somebody like Frimpong a lot more. But tactically, I just think Ten Hag is finding the league very difficult. Hence why we keep conceding so many goals. But yeah, Frimpong would work well. Win any team really.
Frimpong will be ping pong on the right hand side.
He's just
But
constantly.
That gives us a clear indication they are seriously looking to get rid of Wan-Bissaka in the summer and recuperate some money as well. But what about Elise? Do you think there's a point to recruiting another winger in?
Well, yeah, because the wingers we've got are shit. So we need a winger that can bloody do something. I think they will. He's at a good price as well, Mick. And you could probably do a deal where Wan-Bissaka goes the other way and take some money off his asking price.
Right. What about Everton centre back Jared?
I don't rate him.
I don't rate him.
I just don't see the crack on him. Every time I've watched him, I just don't see. I don't get it. He's not a £70 million player.
Never.
No, I don't think so. Last time I watched him one game against Chelsea, and Cole Palmer just kept nutmegging him. And every time I've seen him, I just don't see the hype on him. I don't look at him and think, wow, I'd rather buy Lewis Dunk than him.
No, I mean, I think that currently United's strategy is to look at the grassroots leagues in South America and bring the up and coming centre backs that are fast ball players, right? So, and I applaud that, right? Obviously, Ratcliffe has said we're not going to sign the Mbappes, we're going to sign the next Mbappes. And that kind of gives you an indication also to look at the under-18s academies being introduced to the first team. You add on more blood into new, fresh blood with mentality, people that can run all day, energy, athleticism, but also have the mentality. Add that to the squad, because if I ask you, where is the hole? What do you fix? I would say that centre back needs to be fixed. The number 6 role needs to be fixed. And then you just add on another complementary striker.
Yeah, I think we have to be realistic on what we can recruit. But if we could recruit realistically this window, 2 centre backs, a right back, and 2 midfielders, I think that's good enough for the first step.
Yeah.
And then we analyze in January and add again.
But not a striker.
But Mick,
You need
it
a striker.
depends. I don't think we can do all that all at once. Is my worry. And
Benjamin
my second
Sesko
worry,
available for 45 million.
who's sorry?
Unreleased. Benjamin Sesko, 45 million.
Benjamin Sesko. Yeah, if we can get 6 players in, it's a good start.
Yeah.
But
So, yeah,
there are so basically realistically we probably need about 8 first teamers.
Just do it. Total Chelsea like Alien Tenno is saying. I'm going to get to Alien Tenno's comment here as well. But the reason per se, like what I don't think we're going to sign the Everton centre back for 70 million, because for 70 million you actually can get 2 centre backs in, right? You can get one more experience and one youngster, right? At the other hand, we have brilliant talent coming up from the under 18s that can play Hariyama's, for instance, left back position, deputized for Luke Shaw. You also have Alvaro Fernandez out in Benfica that can come back as well. You know, you need to sort of look at what you're going to do with the right back position. Of course, Frimpong, play Dalot and Frimpong. You know what I mean? So that is good. That means that you're not spending much money because you have already academy players that you're saving yourself some money. So I don't think that we are going to spend so much money out there, but I agree what Tenno is. The biggest challenge this window, and mark my words, is going to be trying to get the players out. The ones that's going to be easy, it's the ones out of contract. Martial is done, right? Christian Eriksen, done, is out. Who else? Rafael Varane, 350k a week. That's out. That's massive savings on the total wage structure, right? So Alien Tenno is saying, don't make any signings this summer. Just use the money to buy the players' contracts out and be done with it. And who are those players' contracts that needs to be bought out in that case?
Well, there's Donny van de Beek that's got a year left. Bissaka's got a year left. There's a couple of others that you can look at as well. But I think it will depend on how we approach the window. Whether we add players in every position, or whether we say we're building the defense first, we're building the midfield in the second window, and they're attacking the it depends on how they approach it. And that will be the tricky part. Whether they say, okay, we'll buy 2 centre-backs, 2 midfielders, 1 striker, or whether they go, let's just fix the defense first. We're going to buy 4 or 5 defenders, including full-backs. That's what we need to see how they go about it.
I would like to see us playing I agree with Danny B is saying here. Like, you know, if we are serious about, you know, about pace and playing possession-based football, a 3-4-2-1, or even play 3 in the back. You know what I mean? The midfield needs to be 100% boxed in. You know, that's the problem. Like, you know, we are currently playing with 3 in the midfield, or actually 2 in the midfield with Bruno Fernandes. I applaud Erik ten Hag that actually played him in the right position behind Rashford, behind the striker. That is the best you can see Bruno getting at. But at the end of the day, you are limited because, Kobe Mainoo is not a number 6. He's still developing. He's a more number 8 to me, right? So we need that number 6. Casemiro doesn't have the legs anymore. So that is why I'm saying we need a proper ball-playing centre-back and a ball-playing number 6 as well. Midfield is the engine. That's the engine of the team.
Mick, I wouldn't be surprised and I think fans should be keep an eye on this. Don't be surprised to see a lot of unpopular type of transfers that make sense happen. For example, Ross Barkley.
Yes, for free.
He's a free. You know, these type of players we're going to need to add to the team who can.
Or Danny Welbeck as well for free.
I don't have a problem with Danny Welbeck at all. I think we should have looked at him in January. I think he can give us something, a bit of experience, and he wouldn't mind being on the bench either.
Dewsbury Hall from Leicester as well. Dewsbury Hall from Leicester.
Dewsbury Hall I'm okay with as well. I'm okay with Dewsbury Hall as well. No problem.
I'm just going to finish up with Frimpong, and I agree with Manchester 7 is saying, like, Frimpong is super fast. Have you seen him, right? But the thing is that they are looking for mentality. And he's got the right mentality. Have you seen interviews with him? He's very confident. very good. When they won the league, and he took Granit Xhaka. Xhaka, come here, you G man. Like, that's what you came to us. Look, we won the league. Like, but he's got the right mentality, and he's a
good player.
workhorse.
He's a good player. He's a good player. It'll all come down to Mick. It's just sidetracking the defender at Tottenham. Is he called Van der Beek? Is it
Defender? No, Mickey van der Veen.
Mickey? Look, he wasn't that expensive.
No, but look how he turned out. He's
exactly. So we, as fans, we shouldn't be expecting, Rudigers and these type of players and defenders all the time. We should be really looking at how we build a really good 25-man squad.
Yeah. And that's what I think most of the fans are leaning towards. Like, we are done with these shirt selling signings. I want to be surprised. I want to hear names that you never heard before. Like, like this guy from Argentina, the center back. What was his name? Maximiliano or something. I can't remember his name now. We've been linked to some names that we never heard before. And then you look at Todibo, right? Okay, Todibo. What we need is fast center backs that could sort of cover the wide areas, because that's where we get done. And he's a monster doing that. Press resistant.
Yeah, he's somebody that can be
45 million.
Can be done very easily.
45 million anyway. Anyway, this is a call-in show as well, and we've been neglecting the people. We've been stuck in the moment. But sorry, guys, in the VAR room, I'm gonna invite you guys to come in and have your say. I want to hear your opinion as well. You can talk about your expected playing style, about Rashford, about Ten Hag, but also want to sort of touch base on. So the link is pasted in the chat, people. So the line is open. Just be respectful. If you have a camera, turn it on, and don't hide, because we are Realist TV. We like to keep it real, but not mandatory. So the link is in the description. Please call in and have a say in a couple of minutes and let us know your thoughts. But I want to touch base on something else, Bilal, as well, while we're waiting. And that is basically the must supporters group, right? Because football, it's all about season tickets, right? It's been a tradition. And the Glazers, and arguably to say the new football operation people, Ratcliffe, they wanted to scrap kind of the season tickets, or say there is a limit. If you're not appearing, before it was like you need to attend 15 games to keep your season ticket. But now they want to raise it up to 19, right? In some way, they also want to sell your, scrap the season ticket to sell it as a touristing package, what we've been discussing on this channel before, meaning that they make more money on selling away end tickets to stand in what we've seen debacle before. Galatasaray fans standing in Stretford End, but they bought the ticket for double the price, and they got a tour of the museum package. So tourism. What is your thoughts regarding that? That was a victory by the Manchester United supporters group and 1958 and United against the Glazers.
Mick, I think, you know what? They've been doing some really good work. I know they get a lot of criticism, but I think it's a really positive move. It shows that the club are willing to listen. It shows that these supporter groups actually do something, because they've been getting a lot of criticism over the years that they don't do anything. They're on the club's payroll, X, Y, Z. And I think in difficult times, it's really positive for fans that they don't need to attend X amount of games. Now they can stick to the 15 or whatever it is. I think one thing the club did really well, but it never kind of got the credit for, was we actually didn't increase season ticket prices for quite a long time. I think it was like 8 or something. So to me, it shows that they are willing to listen at certain points, not all the time. But I think going forward, let's see how it impacts the match-going fans.
Yeah. But this leads down to the Glazers, the mismanagement of the finances. And it got to the point that we 1 billion in debt, and people seem to forgot about it, because they've been putting Trollis Limited and Ratcliffe for us, saying, oh, well, you got to get Omar Berrada, you're going to get Dan Ashworth, you're going to get a totally new structure, we're going to get all this deadwood. But it's taken off the heat of the Glazers. So, for me, as a legacy fan, going from my grandfather to my father, I say, trust is hard earned. So I go back to what you always say. The proof will be in the pudding until it's eaten. But don't
Correct.
take your
Look,
energy. Don't take your eyes off it, right?
yeah, look, let's be realistic here. Most fans don't really care about sponsorships, commercial activity, which ads the players are in. Most fans, all they care about is my team winning on the pitch? What players can we have coming in to improve us? And that heat is now on Sir Jim Radcliffe and his team.
Okay.
And he knows that and he has said that. We will, so far, they've only been here 10 weeks. A lot has changed quite quickly. Let's see how the summer goes. And let's see, like I said and you said, the proof will be in the pudding.
Yeah. Guys, I just want to refer to, if you want to listen to this, just listen to this brilliant podcast by Strategy News. It's a brilliant podcast. It's just amazing. Like, it's Dale O'Donnell and I think, I can't remember the other one, but they're speaking about this, right? So listen to this is Spotify. I just listened to it. It's absolutely brilliant. And go listen to this one. And at the same time, we do have some breaking news. Listen, I like to make a little bit banter, right? So breaking news coming from Jarvis and The Athletic. So big up Athletic to say that
yeah.
they replace. Oh, yeah. I said, like, really, are you going to take a punt or gamble? So go with a slot machine. Las Vegas. So apparently agreement reached tonight between Liverpool and Feyenoord for Arne Slot to replace Jurgen Klopp.
Arnie's back in business.
Arne's back.
Arnie is back. I think this is quite a bit out of the box. This
It is.
I looked at his record, and look, we hired the best manager from Holland. I think it's a tough ask. It is a tough ask. How good is he? It's all good looking at clips at Feyenoord. We used to look at clips at Ajax and go, "Oh my God, Ten Hag's going to kill the league. Nobody can come close." And we quite quickly realized it won't happen. He'll be under a lot of pressure because he's taking over a successful club that have been competing.
This leads into the question. I agree with watch Liverpool drop like a rock now. And I was going, God, I thought at least you will get something similar, like, something better in class. But this means that Liverpool will drop like a rock. So again, probably Xavi's staying at Barcelona. He retracted. Bayern has asked Tuchel to stay. So they realize that there is no better managers out there, right? And the thing is, and this is what I've been saying, if Ten Hag gets backed in the summer, gets rid of all this deadwood, right? Get the proper structure in, bring in the youngsters, do some recruitment, Liverpool is going to be out of it, right? That means that this year might be our year, like, to start cooking. The thing is, what I would look after is basically this will be Ange Postecoglou's second year, right? You always give a grace period the first season. So I think he will be cooking. But Spurs will be Spursy. And then on the other hand, I think the City will be dropping off because I think that actually Pep will leave.
Pep's contract's up next summer.
Yep, it is. It is. But I will watch out for Aston Villa next season.
Yeah, they've got the best manager in my opinion. Outside of Klopp's gone and Guardiola, they have the best manager, the most astute, the most tactically switched on, and he's the man.
But what do you think they decided to go for Slot?
I think they what they did very cleverly was, though, they looked at their system and the type of players they have. So Liverpool play a 4-3-3 and sometimes they play a 4-2-3-1, which he plays also. So they didn't bring a manager in that was going to be 3-4-3.
Well, no, actually, yeah, I kind of agree what Rashmano is saying. I think they went for the third choice manager. They went for Xabi Alonso, he snubbed them. They went for somebody else, they snubbed them. What is the Sporting Lisbon manager?
Amaral,
yeah,
I know what you mean.
Almeon or something like that.
Yeah,
he snubbed them. He said, "Oh no, I want to come." So basically, they came down to the third choice manager. So it's not really the preferred choice manager. It's a sheer desperation, I think, as well.
I don't understand why they didn't go for Unai Emery. He only had
But
a year
Uma
left.
Emery said, "I'm not going anywhere." He said, "I'm not
Mate,
going to
he
leave.
would-
I'm
he would go
invested
to
in
a
this
big
project."
club. He would go to a big club. He was going to go Newcastle, and they fell out over money.
So I can see that he sees they're invested in him. The future looks bright for him. They believed in him. They backed him. You know, if you look back in his tenure with Arsenal, he didn't get backed. And PSG. This is his success. This is his project, right? So why would he leave now? It's something that he started.
I think I don't know. I don't know what Liverpool have done here, but look, at the end of the day, the heat's going to be on them, and Liverpool for the first time in 10 years are going to feel the heat when it comes to social media and managers not doing well.
But also, if you play the devil's advocate, I agree what Red J is saying. Slot might be great for Liverpool. We never know. Like when Ange Postecoglou, when he first got the job, and it's like, Ange who? From the Rangers? Nah, he's not going to be. Nah. But look what he's done.
Yeah, the only difference with that is just the pressure of or the pressure of the club and the pressure of what will happen with him will be, well, if he loses a game, the fans will start to say, well, Klopp didn't do it like that.
Yeah.
And then
anyway,
if Klopp would have done this, and that's what he's going to be up against. Well, look,
Yeah.
we've got our own bloody issues. I'm not even bothered
we
about
do
Liverpool. I
100%.
know, it's not like we're competing with any of them. We're competing with West Ham at the moment.
No.
So,
But Liverpool is currently dropping like flies at the moment. Mentality monsters are gone. I can't help myself.
Even this season, I felt they were hanging on a lot of the games. I didn't really look at them and think they were really hanging on. And when Salah doesn't fire for them, they have big problems.
Right. Guys, I pasted the link, but nobody really wants to come in and have their say. So they're pretty much happy to hear us waffle along, I guess. So big up for you. Thank you for watching, guys. And do not forget to smash that like button. It's free, 100% free. We're slaving in the kitchen here, enjoying our Friday call, to be honest. But we have one more topic to go before we close the shop. And that is actually to look at the football tomorrow, Bilal.
Yeah, big
Vincent
game.
Company rocking up. They play football, but they've been so, right?
Yeah, and the shit finishes as well. The amount of chances they miss, we should turn them over. Really, if we can't, bloody hell. Saying that, we'll make Coventry look like Real Madrid. So I think we should beat them quite easily, in my opinion. But
no! Don't say that. Don't jinx the footballing gods. Depending on the team mentality.
So, if we can't turn over Burnley, what's the point?
Yeah, true. We should be able. The players got a head right treatment now. I think that's.
I'm more worried about the Crystal Palace game away.
Yeah, they're starting to cook.
Yeah, we've got Crystal Palace away, Newcastle, Arsenal, and Brighton. I think them games are really tough.
Really?
Yeah, them are the games that I think are really, really tough for us.
Wow.
Because Newcastle are competing with us, Arsenal are going for the league, and Brighton, we've got a terrible record there.
Right. Listen, guys, we're going to wrap up the stream if nobody wants to come in and speak about this game tomorrow. But what we want to do here, Bilal, is together pick the team. I mean, I think it picks the self.
Yeah.
But the positive news is that Mason Mount is back.
Yeah, he should get a run of games.
Yeah, maybe he will give a start. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I would. Why not?
Should we do this, people, then?
Let's do it.
All right, guys. First and foremost, welcome to mufc realist.tv, where you can actually pick your lineup yourself. Currently, we are in a development mode, so we can only do 4-3-3, but it's okay. It's okay. But Bilal, I want to start with you, of course. Andrew Onana had a little bit of a clanging last time, but
bro, it's fine. He's
okay.
He's a ball playing keeper. Alisson had one and no one goes on about it.
Yeah. And Van Disney had a shocker too.
yeah, so he'll be fine. Onana picks
So he's be
himself.
fine. Guys, all right. So, chat, be with me. You agree with Andrew Onana? Fine, we do that. I think that. Hang on a second. Rushmano just gifted 5 memberships. Come on, United. Kevin is in the house as well. Big up, Kev. How you doing? Come on, United. So let us pick the team, guys. I don't see much of a difference. I think that. Do you think that Dalot should play on the right or left?
No, I think he should play on the left.
On the left.
Yeah, it's just because Wan-Bissaka's not got a left foot.
Yeah, true that. True that. So it picks itself, like, with the Wan-Bissaka. Right?
Yep.
And nothing changes here. Harry Maguire and Casemiro, right? Casemiro.
Kampala is injured, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
So, and Harry Maguire. So let's sing the Casemiro song. Casemiro. Whoa. Oh, Nana. What's my name? Now we're having fun. All right. So listen, here's when I'm baffled. Here I know that Højlund will start 100%, right?
Yeah.
Højlund. Rasmatas, right?
Yeah.
The Danish dynamite. And God, I'm so happy he scored last time. I think that Garnacho will start to the left. I don't think Rashford walks in. Garner, right?
Yeah.
You agree? And here I want to see Ahmad.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
Because I don't see like Ahmad. Okay, we paid 30 million from him from Atalanta years ago. Okay, but the guy, as soon as he came in the second half, we became a much better team on the right. So, honest to God, I would like to see Ahmad giving a run of games. In the midfield, of course, Bruno will be the register, the number 10. He ain't going nowhere. Captain Bruno was immense last game as well. He started to pick up the run of form.
I would put Mount in with him.
Me too. You're reading my mind.
On the left.
Mount to the left.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew. Yeah, he's got some energy, man.
And I would probably, just because we don't have a player that can probably play this position, and I think Mainu needs a rest, I would play McTominay.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I would. Because I would have played Amrabat personally, but he's not fit either.
He played last time, didn't he?
No, but I think he's still injured.
Amrabat. Amrabat.
I would have played Amrabat with him. But
guys, let us help us out, please, in the VR room. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Come on. I would say that he would not drop Mainu. I want to hear from you guys. Let us know, and then we will.
I think he's going to struggle with Mainu. He needs a rest.
You reckon? Yeah, he needs a rest.
He looks like it's all good putting Mainu in, but I think he needs a rest, and we have Mason Mount.
Okay, Vieron, we need your help, please. We're stuck in a rock and hard place. Do you reckon Ten Hag is going to start Kobe Mainu, or do you reckon he will be rested? Do you reckon he will give Max Sauce a chance without slagging? Oh, did I say something abusive? Max Sauce. Max Sideways. Scott McTominay is his name. We want to hear from you guys. Come on, let's go. Talk to us. Otherwise, I will hit the kill switch. Me and Bilal are arguing here. McTominay versus...
I think but McTominay, I don't think Amrabat's fit. I think he is... McTominay's the only one. Because you're not going to play Christian Eriksen there, are you?
Okay. While you guys are debating, think about it. Let us know in the chat, because we got to shout out the memberships as well.
Oh, my God!
So big up for Rush Maino, totally gifted 10 membership. First he started with 5 membership, the legend Rush Maino, and another 5. So I'm going to read out who became a member. So hold the fort, guys, and we will come back to that. So Rush Maino first gifted 5 membership, and I need to scroll up here in the chat. Who was gifted? Was Gary C was gifted a membership, big up, and Chow was also gifted a membership. Umar Dorat was also gifted a membership. Legend. Welcome to the family, as what we say here as well. And then there's another 5 add-ons. We have to add extra time here as well. Where did that go? Hang on a second. This chat is playing up with me. Okay, Kevin Van Cam was gifted a membership. Big up, Kev. Looking forward for your Van Cam tomorrow, my friend. Was gifted a membership. Welcome to the family. And who else got gifted? Mark Brooks as well. And Let's Talk Football. God, Niall, I haven't seen you for a while. Let's Talk Football got gifted a membership. Big up, Niall. Man, I missed you, man. Where have you been? At least. And Maddie R was gifted a membership. And Lou, 1981. And that's about it, people. Don't forget to give Rush Mano a massive pat on the back. And good to see Let's Talk Football. I haven't seen you for a while, Niall. Oh, good. Listen, let's get back to business, all right? Have we decided? Are we undecided? What are you people saying? Like, are we stuck in a hard and rock place here? Come on, help us out.
McTominay is the one. I think they all agree with me. That's why they're not saying anything.
You're the one. Yeah, no, he's you reckon? Okay.
Yeah, because there's no one else, Mick, unless Amrabat's fit.
I've been overvoted, guys. Please. Okay, McTominay. Yeah, okay, all right, but I don't believe he. I think that at the end of the day, he's going to start Maynard, and then he's going to sub Maynard in the 60 and put McTominay in. That's what I usually see. All right, then.
I just feel that in the past couple of games, he's not as good as he could have been. And that's just because of his age.
And Kev is saying Maino and Amrabat, because why did we sign Amrabat? He's just been sitting on the bench. So he's been having some cameos and coming in to secure the game. And he's a proper number 6, isn't it?
Is he not injured? I'm pretty sure he's injured, Amrabat.
No. He got subbed in last time. He played. He did like about 15 odd minutes or something, or 10
against Sheffield United.
Yes.
I must have missed that. I must have switched off by then. Right? Yeah. So take McTominay out, then put Amrabat in.
Now we're getting controversial. Are you sure?
Yeah. But if Amrabat's fit, he should play.
Okay. I like it. Amrabat needs to play. People are towing your line there. Okay. Amrabat will play then. He will play. He will play. Okay. Get rid of Scott and put in Amrabat. But at the end of the day, we'll find out tomorrow, right? Amrabat. If you remember that cartoon, what was that? Where did I get that song from? The Professor.
Which Nutty Professor?
No, it was an old cartoon from the 80s. Balthazar, the Professor, the Mad Professor's cartoon. So I just swapped for Amrabat then.
If Bruno Fernandes didn't score them 2 goals on against Sheffield United, I would have put Mount in and then maybe Mainu or Ericsson in there, just to see how that midfield plays out.
Right. Hang on a second. I just got a message. Let's see. Oh, big up Jay Daly. Just message. Yeah, he's chilling with his son. Big up. So Jay Daly says hello as well. Big up Jay Daly. Hello. Right. So guys, this is what we've gone for, guys. You decided we are going for Andre Onana, Diego Dalot to the left, Casemiro, Harry Maguire, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the middle. It's an anonymous, right? In the left corner, we have Mason Mount. In the middle, we have Captain Bruno, and now Sofian Amrabat. I like it. I seriously like it. Garnacho to the left. No Rashford walks in. Belfast Baby sits on the bench or pretend he's injured. I don't know. It's speculations. Rasmus Højlund in the middle. He's starting to cook again. And Amad Diallo to the right, putting crosses to the box to feed the striker. Are we agreeing on this one?
Yeah.
Going once, going twice. Done deal. Big up. Thank you, people. Thank you for helping us out. Now, what is the community chat saying? Let me see. Evo Boss says, why does Bruno scoring or not matter? Are judging players and GA merchants now? Don't know. Mount will not start according to the bestie. He has a lingering injury. Now, maybe he will not start. Maybe he will come off the bench.
But he said he's fit. He said he's fit.
Impressive. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So there's none of this like, is he injured? If the manager said he's fit, he's fit.
Bruno Maino with Diallo in number 10. Ooh,
I don't get this hype on Diallo. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me, but I just don't see.
This
the
guy's so
crack on him,
versatile.
really.
Like, you know, he's so versatile. Can play as a number 10 as well.
100% he can play, but I don't see him as a.
But again,
that can add some,
where would you place Bruno then? To the right? Because I think Bruno's best position is behind the striker as a number 10.
What you could try in a 4-2-3-1 is you could put Bruno at the base of the midfield with a Casemiro in an ideal, and see what he's like as a deep lying playmaker. And you could play Mount ahead of him against a team like Burnley, because you should hold more possession than Burnley, just to see how it plays out.
Some people say, like, they agree with Jarvis is saying, you know, Compass Man, one of our loyal members saying, I'd rather see him in number 10. Look, we have a player in there. We've seen glimpses of it. I want to see more. At the end of the day, we bought the fidget spinner, what people call him, just makes jokes aside. But you know what?
Mate, the fidget spinner might go on and kill it at another club and go on to bloody Real Madrid and kill it. And
I don't see him as a Premier League player. I don't seriously see him. Like, I rated him. I loved when he came in, his first debut against Arsenal, scored a beautiful curler. But that's the thing, that is his signature. Like, you know, cut in.
Yeah, but Mick, it's the same as Rashford. They figured his game out and what he does.
Yeah, big up anyway. Guys, who do you think will score the goals at the end of the day? This is the most interesting part. What is the score prediction? This is what we all been waiting for. We can talk about Burnley rocking up to town, Vincent Kompany, and they are both players, 100%. But this is Old Trafford we're talking about. Do you think it's going to be a high-scoring game, Bilal?
No. Well, based on the Sheffield Wednesday game, Sheffield United game, yeah. I think it'll probably be a 3-2. 3-1, 3-2.
A 3-2?
To Burnley.
What?
No.
3-2 to Burnley.
No, 3-1, 3-2 to United.
3-1?
Yeah, 3-1 or 3-2.
Mate, you're going with the Ruby Classic. 3-1. All right. Okay, so what is your guys is saying? Danny B is saying 2-2. He believes it's going to be a draw. And Rush Mano is saying 2-0 to United.
The only reason I'm saying I believe Burnley will not win is they miss a lot of chances. They haven't got the quality to finish. I know somebody might say, well, neither have Sheffield United, but I think Burnley are worse than Sheffield United when it comes to finishing. They miss some sitters.
Yeah, okay. Right. Listen, it's been a while. I think it's time because we cannot decide. Let's do this. Let's spin the wheel. Let footballing gods decide. We are back doing the spin the wheel. It's entertainment. It's Friday after all. I don't know if it's jinxed or not, but yeah, it's never worked out anyway. Let me just enlarge the screen. So I have 1-0, 1-1, right? 2-0, 2-2, 3-2, or 3-1, or should I add another score?
No,
maybe 3-0.
It's not going to be any more than that.
3-1 United, or clean sheet. 3-0.
We can't keep a clean sheet.
Come on. Onana's wife told me, she called me earlier today, she's been to Tesco to buy some detergent, Omo detergent. To say, husband, you're going to keep a clean sheet tomorrow, right? So she washed his gloves. Do you see the Vaseline that he puts on his gloves, by the way?
Okay, it works. He makes some good saves, he does.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Well, that's sick. Anyway,
did you see that howler by Alisson on? Did you see it?
God.
First goal for Everton.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Bloody hell! Nobody mentions. I went straight under him.
All right. Okay, let's do this, guys. 2-0 is what. Place your bets, please. Place your bets. And I agree with Ethan Whitley. Needs 30 minutes. He will score for us. 100%. What a monster. I like what Bruno Fernandes said post-match interview. He said, I try to make sure that I pass the ball because I wanted Ethan to score. Okay. Jarvis is coming with a 5-3 win.
Yeah,
okay, clip this. Clip this. Clip this.
Jarvis is saying it's 5-3 to Burnley.
David Shaw, big up to you. 5-3 to Burnley. No, 5-3
That's what
means
he's saying,
5-3
5-3
Manchester
to Burnley.
United.
No,
Okay,
Burnley.
listen, enough. Let's pull the trigger, right? Should I add another score? 5-3 or what's going on here? 3-1. My score prediction is Ruby Classic. I played safe. 3-1 United. Let's go. Let's do this. Get in there. Come on, United. 3-1. Come on. Oh, bloody hell. 2-2. Oh, no. 2-2.
Yeah.
This must be jinx. Jurgen Klopp, get out of my system. Do you reckon it's going to be a 2-2?
No.
Oh, no.
We don't draw many games, do we?
Okay. We don't do second draws either. Right? And this is not on a slot machine.
Yeah.
This is like Vegas slots machines. Anyway, big up, people. This has been a cracking show, by the way. I thought this was a calling show, but nobody wanted to call in. And Jarvis says sounds about right.
Yeah, he's saying 5-3 to Burnley.
No, 5-3 to United.
No,
pull back
Burnley. That's
pull
what
back
he's
the
saying.
comments.
Sounds about right.
Oh, where did Jarvis's comment go from? Hang on. I'm going to find it out. Jarvis, what did you say? Did you say 5-3 to United or 5-3 to Burnley? No, I can't find the comments anyway. Are you sure? Jarvis, can you repeat your score in the chat as well, please? I can't find it. Thank you, sir. Great show. Thank you, Red G, as well. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow for the watch along, 100%, and the post match review as well, the highlights show. Hopefully, win, lose, draw. We'll be there for you. It's been a cracking show. In the interim, go check out if you want to listen to some brilliant podcasts as well. I'm going to paste that link again. Go listen to the Strategy podcast. I just listened to it. It's amazing, man. Really good. Go support the boys as well. I will paste the link in here. It's a good listen, to be honest. Very good listen. This is Strategy News, basically talking about the game in general, and they're talking about the Glazers out and the 17-19 ticketing rules and stuff like that. Listen, I was right, Bilal. I got you.
Mick said, Mick's a Burnley fan. Mick said 5-3 win to us. So Mick saying Burnley.
No, I did not say 5-3.
No,
did
not
not say
you,
5-3.
Mick. There's a Mick in the comments he's referring to.
Ah, Mick. Who's the other Mick? Right. So it wasn't Jarvis then. You said Jarvis.
This Mick's a Burnley fan. It's going to be 5-3 to Burnley. Okay,
it's a Burnley fan.
Go off tomorrow. The fireworks are going to go off tomorrow. I'm telling you.
Okay. Thank you, David. Thank you. Always a great show. Love United, hate the Glazers. That's what we finish off. And if we had a Burnley fan, listen, we apologize if we neglected you. So thank you so much, Rushmano, for all your 5 donations, super chat. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. And next time, please get ready, because this is going to be a regular Friday show. Mental United is going to be regular. It's all about you. You drive the content. You made the content. And until then, Mick, I should give you a shout out. Nuruddin and United Real Therapy goes live at 10:35. He's on the panel. But Jarvis, you were not on this panel today, but we love you anyway. Guys, go and check out our neighboring channel, the United Therapy with Nuruddin as well. Jarvis is going to be on there, and expect some shouting as well, a little bit. But Nuruddin is beautiful. Anyway, go check it out. And also, a massive shout out for Bilal as well, full-time Reds, co-streaming to his channel as well. Bilal, promote yourself, please, sir.
Yeah, we're not as big as Mick's channel, so we need more support than Mick gets. So full-time Reds on YouTube, check us out. Weekly content, show content on Manchester United. Help us get some subs, help us grow, and much love to Mick, who always gives us a platform. Go
check out Bilal's channel. Always brilliant and always lovely to have you here, sir. And you know, we growing to 21,300 subs. We are growing to 22, and hopefully we get to 30 subs. But it's been surreal. Like, you know, it's been 15 months since we got monetized and since we started the channel. So I owe it to you. I owe it to everyone. And, you know, go check out our website. A lot of things going to be happening, working hard behind the scenes. And you know what? YouTube algorithm is not very nice. It gets swallowed up by some giants out there. We're independent channel. We are passionate Reds, actually, what I say, Patriot Reds as well, where every voice counts. You know, no matter if you're Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out, everyone has an opinion. That is all what we can say. Thank you, that super fly guy, for subbing as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, super
And
fly
having
guy, David Shaw. Thank you for the subs. Much
Thank you.
appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyway, we're going to wrap up the stream and go check out the United Real Therapy with Jarvis Cocker. This has been it. This has been Bilal Yogi over there. Actually, there. And this has been, I don't know. What's my name?
Mick over there.
Glory, glory, Manchester United. Remember, Glazers out at all costs. And see you to the next video. See you tomorrow, guys.
5-3 to Burnley. Bye-bye.
5-3 to Burnley. No, get out of here. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.